Hello, Senior Stoner fans. This is the Real Senior Stoner back at you for a very important video from Senior Stoner Video Studios. This is a brand new Puffco Peak I just unboxed last night. This is my Carta V2 E-Rig by Focus Vapes. I want to, after owning both of them for a long time and really loving them both, I want to discuss each one with you all. Let's start with the Puffco Peak. Puffco Peak is an interesting device, really well designed, well machined. Let's look at the components of the Puffco Peak real quick. You have the base, and you have the glass. Very simple. When the Puffco Peak is opened, the glass will be sealed. There'll be a plastic seal on it with printing. And there will be a sign that says fill line, fill to here. So you only fill to that point. And you must also make sure you do not get water on the bottom. Then, with the Puffco Peak, you need to align the air hole for the bubbler, with the opening in your Puffco Peak base. See how the best way is to see in there. You see the opening in there where that white light is? That's the opening. So you have to get it in gently putting it down into it. Kind of go around and around and have it in as close as you can get it. Basically, these two holes need to line up with the atomizer. So sight it up so that the two holes are lined up with the atomizer. Okay. I've already charged the unit, and I use a travel pack as a convenience. Should also be noted that the carb cap that comes packaged with the unit is far superior to the carb cap that the unit now sells on the side. For example, here's the one. Let's just take a look at this. This is worth talking about. The carb cap that you buy right now on Puffco Peak website is this one. The one that came with it is this one. The one on this side over here is wider and flatter. This is deeper and narrower. It does not provide as good an air seal. So the Puffco Peak, once you have it assembled, very simple to turn on. What you're going to do is under the atomizer, there's a raised button. You'll feel it with your finger. You don't even have to look for it. And if you can't feel it because of issues with dexterity, seniors, just take a flashlight and you'll see it. Hold that button in. And you will see white around the trim. That means that it's on. Hit it once to get to the current temperature. There are 4 color temperatures in this. Green, blue, red, and white. I'm not going to list the different temperature degree-wise, but there are 4 settings. Very intuitive. The way you get from one setting, once you find it, is you just hit once again. Let's cycle through. Hit once again, you're going to go to the red, then to the white, then to the blue, and then come around to the green again. To turn it on, it is very simple. It is a 2-click on. Ready? 1, 2. Now you're having a flashing green light. Once the haptic shaking vibration response happens, you are ready to take your first inhale. The Puffco Peak is very light. It does not weigh a lot. Easy to have in a hand. And it comes with an interesting case, a sort of a styrofoamish kind of case that you can pack it into with the power pack, with the travel pack. Cheers, by the way. Taste. One thing about the Peak. For connoisseurs who like taste, I mean, wow. What a delicious morning dab from my brand new Puffco Peak. there she is. To turn it off, hold the button in again for a few seconds, and it will give a haptic response that it's off. That is our Puffco Peak. And here's that nice styrofoam case that it comes with. You can put it right back in here, carry it like this, wherever you need to go. That's the Puffco Peak. Now let's move over to our Focus Products Carta E-Rig V2. Very, very simple design. By the way, $379 for the Puffco Peak. You can get some coupons out there on different websites, get it down 10 or 20%. Widely available, been distributed now for quite a while. The Carta is not out as widely. In fact, I spoke with Christina via email, who works with Randall over there, and they indicated that everything's back in stock now on their site, including the Cartas. I bought a new one, so I have a backup, and they're probably sending out their wholesale orders as well. But let's talk about the Carta now. This is also a rechargeable battery, but I want to start with the fact that a big change going to the Carta is that you have individual batteries. That's correct. You have the old-fashioned, call it old-fashioned, batteries. On the bottom in there are 2 batteries. And I have extras of these, which is really cool, because what you can do is you can switch them in. This one, you have to have another unit. So I like the advantage of being able to put the batteries in. Let's talk about the heat up time on these 2 units. Very fast on both. I believe the Carta heat up time is a little faster. The taste on the Puffco Peak is just incredibly tasty. But let's look at the insides. We have a very similar setup. The glass is designed similar, but with not an angle. You have a fill line that's approximately 1 inch. You want to line up, oh, by the way, no water in the bottom again. You want to line up the opening with the opening on your atomizer. But it doesn't have to be exact. On Puffco, it has to be exact because the gasket inside, the gasket is made differently. This gasket allows for air to move. So if I took this and turned it around sideways, I could still get a hit. That's what Randall told me on the phone. I think that's a big advantage. So you're going to get the glass in very similar to how we did the Puffco Peak, but you don't have to worry about the lineup as much. You could play with it so you get your best draw. I also am using a cap tether from a travel pack on the Puffco Peak over here, it should be noted. The process for turning it on in this one is 5 clicks on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a 3 battery out of 4 battery light charge left. And then you can cycle through 1. Let's see, I turned it off, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go through 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, or 4 lights. And those are temperature settings. So what happens here is you have, instead of the green, blue, red, white of the Puffco Peak, you just have numerical. So when the 4 lights are on, it's the hottest. When the 1 light is on, it's the coolest. This has options, as the Puffco Peak does, I didn't mention, of bucket choices. You have several bucket choices that you can use on either one of these. The atomizers are simple to take off. It's a screw-off atomizer on both of them. I'm told that the Puffco Peak is a somewhat rebuildable atomizer. This is a one-and-done atomizer on the Carta E-Rig. Carta has a subscription program, which is slightly less. It's about 48% less, 45% less than buying the atomizer yourself. If you think you're going to use one every month, you can subscribe to them. There's actually a subscription plan. I think it's pretty cool. And it's a monthly fee that's greatly reduced. So you're getting basically the price of 6 or 8, you're getting 12. That's how they work it. Let's talk about hits on these devices. You saw me take a hit out of this. Boy, that was smooth and tasty. Let's do the same over here. Let's put a little bit of this Dream Lotus in here. I'm going to cold load it right now because that's what I did on the Puffco Peak. I want to treat them both equally so we can see this together. And we're just going to take one and go to the single temperature. I like 1 because I like it the coolest. I'm going to put my carb cap on. And when it vibrates, it's ready for my hit. Same as the Puffco Peak, the haptic response. Cheers. I want to change something I said before. I did not put the loud resin, I don't think, into the Puffco. I think I had THCA diamonds. One was a little smoother than the other. I coughed more on the Carta. But I'm telling you, as it runs, and I've been using it for a long time, I think the Carta runs softer and smoother. But it's like anything else in America and the world. It's like tennis. You got to hit the sweet spot. Everybody's sweet spot is going to be different. Everybody's going to have a different temperature they're going to like. I personally like it at that low temperature because I hack anyway with the coughing, and I don't want to cough a tremendous amount. This has been a very long video, but I hope I've helped everyone. When you think about the other issues. Puffco. Puffco's a corporate type of environment to handle customer service with. Focus seems to be personal. I found really good personal communications from both the owners at Focus V. And if they handle this right and get another model like a V3, it's going to be incredible. There's a Bluetooth app that's in beta now. It's easier to access for Androids. So if you have an Android phone, have at it. For an iOS, you have to do a hack and a jailbreak and things I don't understand. So I'm waiting until it becomes available on the Apple App Store. So that'll be a neat thing. I think it will allow you to look at what you're doing and kind of guide your temperatures if you're into that. Price on this, $250. You can get a 10% coupon out there in the market pretty widely. Vape Active has it, I believe. But think about it for a second. Medicine. Is there a price for good medicine? Okay? Should you have both of these devices? I don't have them just because I go on video. I have them because they're different enough that I enjoy them both. So this is the Real Senior Stoner saying I give both the Puffco Peak and the Focus V Carta E-Rig a double thumbs up. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and keep on chugging, everybody. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Cheers. Everybody have a great day out there. And thanks for watching. Apologize for the line. Cheers. Battery's not working.